Yo, wake the hell up! We're still partying in Fight Island. I'm back, baby. I'm back.
We must give Brian Ortega his due. What a performance. Brian Ortega 2.0. Holy smokes. Completely different fighter. 22 months after his last fight, his loss to Max Holloway, by far the worst loss of his career, the only official loss at the time of his career. And here he is coming out there and beating Zombie at his own game. A much improved striker with a new team in his corner. Everything changed. And, oh, by the way, new hair. I mean, it was just a completely different guy. I was blown away, and I feel now I'll take back what I said last week, DC. Last week I said, yeah, even if he wins, you don't get a title shot after just coming off a title fight and then win one fight back. No, I think he deserves the title because he's a completely different fighter and he rearranged everything. He has evolved into a new man. I was blown away by what Brian Ortega did. What about you?
The one thing about Brian Ortega that has not changed is he still is mean. Boy, he is an angry human being. He thinks that everybody hates him, and it fuels him. And that's okay because that works for certain guys. But he pitched a shutout in a fight where he had to stand the whole time, which is exactly what we thought he couldn't do, right? We thought that if he was to win this fight, he would need the fight to be on the ground. But instead, it was 25 minutes of stand-up, and he just dominated. And I never saw it coming. And you know, when Dana said the winner gets a title shot, I was kind of thinking, oh, well, they must think that the Korean Zombie's going to win the fight, and he's going to get a title shot because Brian Ortega just lost a championship fight. But
who's there? Who's in your room right now? What's happening?
Somebody just knocked on the door. They just knocked on the door and said room service. I haven't ordered room service. I promise I will never eat on this show. You guys don't need to see that. But Brian Ortega promised a new version of himself. And man, he absolutely delivered. He over-delivered on his promise because his striking looked sharp. He looked so calm and collected. He never rushed. He was faking takedowns and coming up to strikes. He told us in the fighter meeting how much he hated wrestling, right? He hated wrestling offensively because he knew that if he got taken down, he was okay off of his back. But by adding in the wrestling, it added a completely different approach to his fight. He started slapping at the Zombie's legs, and Zombie had to respect it because he grabbed his legs a couple times. You're right. He should be fighting for a title, and he presents a lot of unique problems for the champion, Alexander Volkanovski.